Hey, what's up, DT? I I used to watch a lot of anime. I haven't been watching anything recent though, other than Jujutsu Kaisen. Possibly like one more. I can't remember the name of the other one. I think it was Ragnarok from Netflix. Ragnarok was really good though. Yeah. I used to watch a lot of anime, but kind of just haven't had the time to really sit down and watch it. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is really good. I can't wait for their next season. Their next season should be pretty dope, bro. Also, everybody was saying that Gojo died, but he's not dead. He's sealed. They sealed him away for like, I think it's like 1,000 years or something. Oh. Oh. Damn, bro. Why didn't you just say that from the beginning? I'm over here like giving away spoilers already. Damn, DT, I'm sorry, bro. I mean, it's not like TikTok won't spoil it for you. I mean, you hop into TikTok and they're gonna spoil it before you even get to go through it. Damn, bro, I didn't know. I'm sorry, bro. Damn. That's wild, bro. Dude, there's an anime that it's only in Japan. It's called Yatsuke. And it's like the first samurai, the first black samurai that was ever enlisted in like Japan. I'm sorry, bro. Damn. I'm sorry for your friends too. I didn't mean to be that guy. It's a really good anime though. There's another one I was watching. I can't remember the name though. There's one that was like released around the same time as Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe it was like the Eminence of Shadow, but I didn't even complete that one. I only watched like, I think it was like 2 episodes. And I know Bleach is coming out with some pretty good episodes with the Blood Wars. Blood Wars is pretty dope. I haven't even gotten into that one yet. I've just seen like small clips. I'll most likely be watching it here in the future though. Like pretty soon. And there was another one that came out that was pretty nice too. I remember the name. I'm gonna have to look at my search or something. Oh, I think it was the Shield Hero. The Shield Hero was good too, but I only like their the Rising of the Shield Hero. I only like their season 1. Their season 2 just kind of dragged out, having like a harem going on, and I like when animes are heavily like story based, like into the plot, not really with all these distractions and not much combat, just a whole lot of flirting and girls going after the main character. I'm not, I don't really care much for that. Kind of testing to see what type of egg is gonna come out. I think it's gonna be like a dragon's egg, like a huge dragon egg. Do you know what? Yeah, get rid of all this wool. That sound of the electricity is kind of annoying. That little zipping sound. But Ragnarok is good. You should definitely check it out. What is this? Large rocky egg. Let's see if they can make like 2 more. For all I know, it's probably gonna be another Anubis. It's only 40 minutes. Actually, it's not even that cold. Before, when I came over here, it was so freezing cold. Let's see about going over here though. I don't know what's up with the pals. They all aggro. Every single one of them. They all aggro. Every single one. You get near them, they just aggro you. Almost instantly. Probably gonna die in here, but we'll see. It's a level 40. Yeah, they all aggro. Like immediately. Damn. That's interesting. It's 2%. It's not bad. You know what? It's 3% this time. I'm probably gonna waste all of them here. I was just thinking, you never know, you might get lucky, but never mind. If I hit it with the pickaxe. What happened if I use a Giga? Oh, Giga throws up to 9%. Let me see. It's actually all the ones I had. probably gonna end up using all of them. Oh, never mind. Anubis is gonna be too hard. Oh, it's a rocky egg. I mean, no, it's a verdant. Let's give some more. Damn, I can't put it in here. Check out these grenades. They gotta be useful for something. What's happening, homie? It's been a little minute, bud. What do I want to do with this? No. What you been up to, man? How's school going? I don't know what to do with this at this point. I kind of want to test out these grenades. Well, it's okay. Okay. Hopefully you're not getting in trouble or nothing. Oh, 45. I don't really want to mess with that. I'm gonna go over here though. Yeah, no trouble. Alright, good, man. Word. You gotta keep your head above water. You know what I mean? I want to test out these grenades. What this does. That didn't do anything, actually. Bro, why did it get so hot all of a sudden? I think I'm gonna die. Bro, like, it's so hot. Ugh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. Bro, it doesn't even matter. I went to a freezing area. Dude, it got so hot all of a sudden, and I had like a heat-resistant armor. That's tragic. I think I know why, because, what's that pal's name? Pyrrhix? Pyrrhix? Wait. No, it's not. No. What am I doing? That's not even doing anything either. Don't matter. I'm gonna get out of here. I don't know what's up with the weather in here, bro. It's kind of crazy. Pyrrhix, I think the name is. I guess when you get too close to it, like, the temperature goes up. Should have one in here somewhere. This guy. Pyron. Yeah, I guess when I got too close to it, it just increased the temperature. Because I know certain pals, they increase the temperature, they cool it. Like Kitsen's supposed to help you adapt to all temperatures, but it didn't even do much when I went to that snow area. This game's kind of wacky sometimes. Also, these grenades, they don't do much. I gotta get rid of these. Sure. It's like, what's the point of the heat-resistant armor, and it doesn't even do anything. You see what's gonna happen if I go to the desert area. Taunt, okay. Where haven't we gone to? Actually, we can go straight from here, see what's up. I'm gonna keep an eye out because they just aggro now for some reason. Everywhere I go. Watch. Let me see. Maybe they won't aggro here. No, they're not. Yeah, they are. They're aggroing. I don't know what's up with them. Maybe like my pals set up somehow that it just attacks everything. So because of that, I don't know how to change that either. Like the aggression, it's not passive aggressive, it's just aggressive. I feel like this game is a little fun, but it's a little too tedious. Like, so many things you gotta do. And leveling is pretty slow. Trying to see if there's any field bosses around here. It's a beacon. I thought they were gonna aggro. Watch, see, they just aggro. I don't know why. I'm not wanted anywhere anymore in this map. I wonder what this is. Oh, I think it has like skill. It's like a skill tree of some sort. Gives you different skills. Let's see. That's a dragon burst. I'll take that. Electric lightning bolt. Dragon meteor. I know I might have someone that can use these skills. This one's really good though. Power is 150. Honestly, that lightning bolt could probably give it to Orzerk. Actually, yeah. Dragon meteor? I could give Lunaris like a good skill because all her other skills are just so horrible. Let me test these out. Lightning strike, or lightning bolt, and Lunaris. Our bomb is not that great. Try that dragon meteor. Oh wow, that's actually pretty OP. She's gonna die. Yeah, that's pretty OP. Oh, lightning bolt's pretty OP too. Orzerk is like one of those pals that are really slept on. Like a really strong pal. That's Suzaku. You can get some good XP from that. Should I? Why not? That's pretty OP too. Look at that, dude. That's insane. I wonder where else I can find these skill trees at. I know they're kind of like random, but maybe this one, if I come back to it later, it might have more skill fruits. I think I have one more. That's Dragon Burst. Yeah, it's really OP, bro. Like really OP. I'm actually surprised. There's almost died there though. But it's only level 37. I might have to get out of here. It might get too cold. That looks like one of the bosses over there. Actually, I'm gonna go check that out. I've been trying to figure out where Jetragon or Jet Dragon is. I'm trying to figure out where he is. He's most likely over at the what is it? Most likely around here, where the volcanoes are. He's like the fastest flying pal. Valeris is like the second fastest. I think after that is Suzaku, but Suzaku's pretty slow. I have him. I tried using him, but he moves pretty slow, from my point of view. Yeah, Toko sleeping on trees. Must be an update. It's a red moon. It's a blood moon over there. I think they might have like a lightning Suzaku somewhere, because I know they have the aqua one. They have to have an electric one. Look at this, dude. I'm freezing, bro. It's because it's nighttime. Dude, you gotta like switch armor like right away. I think that's an electric egg. Yeah, I had to switch like real fast, bro. Save point up there too. This one is no data on it. Might be like a level 40. Not too sure. Gotta find out real quick. Oh, level 43. I wonder which one. Oh, whoops. That's a waste. I'm gonna check it out. This guy reminds me of that, he reminds me of Smoke from One Piece. But he's not smoking. Oh, Phalaris. I know the graphics look amazing. To level 43, I think. He's glitched out. No, he's not glitched out. He will be though soon. I'm not doing anything to him. Look at that. Oof. Oh. Dude, I'm not doing anything. Like, his health is not even, like, moving. I might have just did myself in here, to be honest. Yeah, this dude's gonna kill me. I'm trying to hide behind this rock, bro. Yeah, my Berserker's gonna die pretty soon. It's not doing any damage. I'm gonna try something different here. Anubis is doing nothing. Nothing at all. I just gotta survive for 8 minutes, or it's either that or I die. Anubis is being useless. Yep. Anubis is being useless. I haven't even made a dent yet. That's how bad it is. Let's try something a little different here. Yeah, the boss is crazy OP. Oh my god! Dude, this boss is not even... I'm gonna die, by the way. There's no way I'm surviving this. Oof. Berserker's almost at full health. I just gotta survive this, to be honest. Always got OP skills and everything. I think Anubis glitched out somewhere, bro. He used one of his skills and he never came back down. Look, he's stuck. He's literally stuck, bro. And I can't even bring him back. Okay, I'm just doing a whole bunch of runaway. Falaires, hit him, bro. Do something. I missed. That hit. If he would have landed that, I think I would have actually been dead. I think I'm running it on max. Bro, I'm not doing anything to this guy, bro. Here we go. Yep. 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 If I had more bullets, it would be nice, but I don't. What the heck is Falaires doing, bro? Oof. I think I could use a Berserk now. This is kind of tedious. Like, it's taking me like... You get like 8 minutes max. He's dead. Berserk is dead. Yep, he's dead. You know who I should have brought though is Shadowbeak. Shadowbeak would have actually did something good here. Oh. 2 bullets to my name. How'd you miss, bro? You literally targeted it. Yep. I'm finna die pretty soon, bro. That's the indicator. It's almost time. I'm gonna die like right here if I don't get it. Yep. I'm gonna die anyways because the fire, it's still burning me. Oh, never mind. I'm good. I'm good. Why is this so intense? That's why it's so intense. Please. Stamina. Dude, I haven't seen Kitson just land 1 hit, bro, or Anubis. It's okay, once I get my shield up, I should be fine. I can take, like, most of the hits. Oof. Dude, I've been here for like 5 solid minutes and this is how much I've done so far. I got 1 bullet to my name. Come on. Homie's finna dart across the map. Oh no, he didn't. He killed Berserk. That's the craziest part to me. I'm not wasting it. I'm just gonna wait till the time runs out. If I use Shadowbeak, Shadowbeak should be able to do some good damage, but I'm probably gonna wait till I'm like level 50 or something. Oof. Just gotta survive for 2 more minutes. Run. Run, 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 run. My pals disappointed me, bro. I'm not ready for that guy. Berserk is good, but that dude was just better. Shadowbeak is OP, like extremely OP. I gotta get Lunaris back up to par with everyone else, because I stopped using her. That was just something else. And I'm out of bullets. I gotta make more bullets. Oh wait, I gotta go pick up my stuff. Where was it? Okay, it's here. Where's the talk? Oh wait, talking about hot. Or you know what? No, that's not a good idea. I'm gonna actually burn. Yeah, certain pals, they'll actually increase the temperature around you. No, actually, let me use this one. Yep. The Shadowbeak is insane. You're not gonna aggro me. What is that? Greyhound. Probably gonna farm here for a little bit. Watch. Dead. Shadowbeak is like one of those endgame pals. I think it would be better if I had Jet Reg on. I need to be like level 50 to even get close to getting him. That's the only thing that sucks. I need to get a saddle for him. Should be one down here somewhere. Yeah. Level 50 is the max cap level of this game. I need to get more ammo though. To get more ammo, I think I need charcoal, right? Let me see. I think I can make charcoal. Should be able to make charcoal with wood. Gunpowder. How do we make gunpowder again? No, it's sulfur. Sulfur I can find. I think I know where I can find. I'm pretty sure there are some areas here. It's either here or maybe it's around, maybe it's up here. Last I seen it. Let me see. Look at that, they just aggro everything now, bro. I need to get better skills for Kitson though. I think it's too hot here. You know what? Here it is. See that? I summoned him and instantly the heat just went up. Literally it just went up. I think that's an update. I'm pretty sure that's an update. Then where can I go? So I can't use any fire pals. Maybe I can use him. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty hard to travel here without dying. Maybe I'm in the wrong area because I'm pretty sure. Oh, sulfur right here. It's dropping a lot of sulfur. Stamina was dry. I think that's iron over there. Not iron, but regular ore. Come on, come on. Yeah, it's just regular ore. I don't want regular ore. The other save point near here should have a lot of sulfur. What would happen if I just... Oh, it's actually really hot. Never mind. That actually makes no sense. Should actually be a whole lot cooler. I think this area should have some. Yeah, there's some over there. Where else? It's an egg. I think that's another. No, that's actually one of those things to skill up. Probably. Actually, there's another one over there too. Actually, there's two over there. I'll hit this one first. And it's hot. And I'm dying. 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 I think it's because of my pal. Let me see. Let me try that again. Yeah. For some odd reason, there's a weird effect here. That's so unfair. Like, you would use certain pals and it just increases the temperature. Depending on the area, though. There's two more over there, I think. Actually, there's one over here, too. Let me make sure I can switch over to this guy. Bro, that just means Kitson is now useless. She's supposed to help you adapt. What's happening, Sean? It's supposed to help you adapt to each temperature you get into, each environment, but now it's not even like that. I don't like that at all, brother. Yeah, a half. Could be one more. Yeah, there was one more back there. I'm gonna see about making a ton of ammo. Hopefully this guy doesn't try to aggro me. And he aggroes. He's dead. You know what's so crazy about this, though? Other pals would actually come over here and eat the corpse. It's basically the same effect as Ark evolved. From what I've seen so far. Oh, there's one more up there, but I don't know if I want to go up there. There's another one down there. Actually, I'll hit this one up. I'll hit this one up real quick. I gotta get the mount for this guy. The saddle. I gotta level up first. That's a cave entrance, right? Oh, that's for a blaze mutt. Lazamut. Alright, yeah, let's go down there. I thought he was flying for a second when I looked back earlier. Those guys are only level 30, I'm not too worried about those. Wait. UAE. There's more that spawned in. Or maybe they were behind that rock this whole time, but I didn't notice them. Gotta be careful getting close to certain palaces here, because they're just gonna increase the temperature. Iron definitely increases the temperature. Almost home free. He was definitely flying for a sec. Alright, let's go make this sulfur. Well, gunpowder. Charcoal. You know what? Let me make a ton of charcoal real quick. And I screwed up. I need at least make 300. I'm gonna be moving so slow. I have so much weight on me. I forgot that I was gonna end up picking that up. I'm gonna be moving so slow. Slow motion. Come on. I wonder who's gonna be working on that. Okay. Wonder how fast do they make it? Actually, pretty fast. The Anubises make it a whole lot faster than kind of 3 of them combined. Oof. I forgot to text back my boy. Refined ingot. Bro, they left one. Yo, hey, that's crazy. They had me finish that last one. I must feel some type of way. This course I use for I'll work on shotgun ammo. Doesn't even make that much, but 95, that's not even that much though. Oh, welcome back, bro. I'm trying to make some more ammo. Which progress is slow around here. Let me just, whoopsies, I didn't mean to do that. It's gonna take a long time. Charcoal. I'm making a ton of charcoal right now. Homies just be taking a break, bro. They just Momo back to what they were doing. Look at that. It's like they're changing ships in here. Color me wrong then, dude. Take that. Maybe 300 more charcoal. I think he has a level 1 kindling, but this guy has level 3. Yeah. It's the same as Falaris. Does it pretty quick. Man. There's course ammo. Yeah, they're just changing ships. I should have another Falaris, but he's at the other base. Maybe I should switch him out. Let me see something. Berserk is ready, but I'm not going to use him yet. This is... Oh, he has level 3 kindling too, Zuzaku. I have another Shadow Beak. Get this done a lot faster. Need to make 300 more. Almost out of wood. Right, that's right. I need ingot. No, actually I don't. Yeah, I do. Ingot, okay. That's almost done. Oh, they're going to sleep. We're all vegetarians here. I forgot to check up on the eggs. Damn, 260? I didn't know it was gonna make that much. You know what? What else takes the course ammo? Single shot assault rifle. Crafted in weapon assembly line. Pause. This is the spear line. I think this is the weapon assembly line. Let me see. No, this is not the weapon assembly line. It's gotta be downstairs. It's a production line. This was a production line too. I gotta get rid of one of these at least. He's gonna make them pretty fast. Oh no, he's not. I'll be back. I gotta check out the eggs. That's interesting. Aqua Zuzaku. I already have one. That's interesting to know. Kind of freezing over here. Temperature's been kind of extreme lately. I don't know why. Anyways. Wait until the sun comes out again. So cold in my room. Damn, I should make some tea, bro. I don't know why. I've been drinking ever since I came back from Japan. I've been drinking a lot of tea. It's everything tea, bro. Everything tea. And I get back to work. Everybody. You know what my boss would do if he caught me sleeping on the job, bro? Fire me. Maybe not, but get pretty close to it. Anubis to work here. Let them handle that. I didn't think I'd be pulling out that much ammo, but if I can craft the other rifle, I should be set with a single shot rifle. Circuit board, but that's not what it needed. It was polymer, high quality oil. Where can I get some polymer? I'm probably gonna have to go after the Mammoth. You know what? Something I never looked into. Oh no, you can't put it to make the high quality oil. I would have thought if you toss it in the range, it'll make, you know, it'll make some high quality oil, but not. Doesn't work that way. Asanda. Actually, I should have more than enough though. That makes sense actually. I need the level 2 weapons assembly line. I think I only have level 1. Yeah. Let's see if I can unlock it though. Dude, it's all the way back here. I should be able to. At the weapon assembly line. It doesn't say weapon assembly line level 2. Okay. I don't see it here. Maybe I'm blind. I don't see it here. Probably try it on the weapon workbench. Maybe it'll craft it. Maybe. Get rid of these souls. Put this in here too. What's happening, Timor? Damn. Damn, nothing too crazy, bro. I just gotta work. Don't work my brain, bro. Please, I'm begging you. Or truth, if you will. I'll have to debate that one, bro. Give me a couple seconds to get my brain turning, or the wheel turning in my brain. You wish you could turn it off. Yeah, don't I? Trying to figure out, brother. I'm honestly trying to craft a rifle right now, and it's like Mission Impossible. It's not even showing up here, unless I didn't buy the blueprint. But I mean, what would you like to talk about? I think that might be a better question. Wait, but this actually takes rifle ammo. I don't know about that. I do like using my brain though. I don't like thinking too high of myself, bro. Because every single time I do, God comes around and humbles me every single time. And then I just gotta lower myself so I can be a whole lot more humble. You're open to many topics? Damn, I don't know. Dude, damn, I don't even know if I should even start talking about this, bro. But you ever, I might have to pull up YouTube for this one so we can both watch it. You know that episode of The Simpsons? I think I was talking to a coworker about this earlier, and it was about the Kamala Harris being assigned to. You said Flat Earth humbled you? Man, I can't even touch that topic. You know about The Simpsons, right? About, what was it, Homer's daughter becoming president? That's a conspiracy theory you should probably look into, because it's getting a little deep. It's getting a little deep right now. Actually, pause. Let me pause this real quick. Let me pause this whole game. Since we're getting into this, because I actually, like, bro, there's been a lot of conspiracy theories and a lot of predictions about this. I think I looked it up earlier. Oh, yeah. But Simpsons hasn't missed, bro. Simpsons been on point for a while. Oh, but I really hope I don't get in trouble for this. Damn, bro. Are you saying I'm gonna be dying every episode? I know you're talking about South Park. I've heard some. Bro, you're gonna get me in. You're about to just toss me right into this, bro. Because even with the 9/11, there is a conspiracy theory that I watched. I don't know if you've heard about this. It's called IPEC Go 2, and IPEC Go 2 is very, very deep, and it goes very deep into 9/11. Yeah, IPEC Go 2, bro. Back when I was a pothead, I'm not afraid to say that, but back when I was a pothead, I had a friend that was basically telling me about iPad Go 2, and we were watching it one night, and it was getting like so crazy deep because he even talked about the coming with the Antichrist. Yeah, it was really, really awesome.
1598. 1600. Sweet. Excellent question.
Quality's garbage.
Yes, I am proud to be America's first straight female president. Helen?
Wasn't I wearing a hat?
Yes, you were. Now, in conclusion, my
Oh, yeah.
administration will focus on the 3 R's. Reading?
Bro, this prediction was going so heavy when Joe Biden was elected because Kamala Harris was also wearing pearls around her neck, and she was also, you know, wearing purple. Yeah, I pet goat. I know what you mean.
Riding and refilling the ocean. Thank you very much.
Wait, what did she say?
Now in conclusion.
Wasn't I wearing a hat?
Yes, you were. Now in conclusion, my administration will focus on the 3 R's. Reading, writing, and refilling the ocean. Thank you very much.
Reading, writing, and refilling the ocean. Writing starts with a W though. RWR. Seen Back to the Future, the movie? Yes, I have. Could have swore someone remade the car like from Back to the Future. I've seen like the car somewhere around my area. Or I think it might have been in Japan. Japan did like a remake, and I could have swore like I'm pretty sure I took a picture of it. No, I didn't actually. I live streamed it when I was live streaming from Japan. Pretty cool.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke? How can that be?
Well, remember
Back to
when the
the
last administration
9/11.
decided to invest in our
Oh,
nation's
Back to the Future
children?
9/11 conspiracy.
Big mistake.
That's actually the one I never watched that one, bro. I'm gonna look it up right after this one, like right after we watch this video,
The balanced breakfast
just because I
club
never
just
seen it.
created a generation of ultra-strong super criminals.
And midnight basketball taught them to function without sleep.
What about my pledge to build the world's largest bookmobile? Isn't there any money left for that?
No, and we borrowed from every country in the world.
Quick, Lisa, call off your...
Bart! Ow! Watch the ponytail. Let him up, please. What are you doing here?
I knew you'd need some help keeping it real, so I figured I could
Oh,
be
it's like 10 minutes.
your co-president.
Co-president? Are you crazy?
Mom, Lisa won't share. Be nice to your brother, Lisa.
This is funny.
Don't you think we should wait for Lisa? She is the president.
She knows what time dinner is.
Sorry I'm late. I've been racking my brain trying to think of something to cut from the budget.
That's so interesting, bro. Oh, imagine if I just butcher conspiracy, but I actually spelled it right. Is it the 10-minute one? It's gonna happen, bro. Like, it's not just conspiracy theories. There's people literally prophesying about it. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up, like right after this video. Though, no, that's not it. I mean, there's this one. Maybe they took it down. It's possible. There's the night before 9/11, October 21, 2015. Let me see if I can put the date. I'm not trying to sound like a dummy, but this one. I'm gonna assume it's this one right here. Bro, these graphics look crazy. I don't know if the graphics look like, you know what I mean? If it looks just as good on your side, but on my side, it looks amazing. This PC was a good investment.
Dear Dr. Brown, on the night that I go back in time, you will be shot by terrorists. Please take whatever precautions.
Bro, this actually quickly reminds me about this book that I have here. I might have mentioned this book to you. It's the Barron Trump collection. travels and adventures of little Baron Trump and his wonderful dog, Bulger. Baron Trump's marvelous underground journey, and the last president, or 1900. It's basically predicting Donald Trump coming into office. But it also talks about basically him being a Russian prince, which kind of makes sense. This book is something I haven't dwelled too deep into, but it's something I feel like you'd be interested in since you're a big conspiracy guy. But I didn't thoroughly read it. I'm mostly like a listener, so I listened to the story of it. But I think you'd be highly interested in that. It's basically him being a Russian spy from like the very beginning, but he's pretending to be an American. He doesn't exactly look American to me, to be honest. That's just what I think.
Precautions are necessary to prevent this terrible disaster.
In the 1985 classic Back
Yeah.
to the Future, at a scene called the Twin Pines Mall, we will bear witness to a sudden surprise terrorist attack, perpetrated by a group of Muslim terrorists. The attack is at the Twin, which is a reference to the Twin Towers. When we turn the sign upside down, the digits on the clock read 911 or 911. The Twin Pines are a symbolic representation of the Twin Towers. Before the terrorist attack, the twins are present, but after the attack,
Yo, what? What? What did I just hear, bro?
perpetrated by a group of Muslim terrorists. The attack is at the Twin, which is a reference to the Twin Towers. When we turn the sign upside down, the digits on the clock read 911.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the person that's basically narrating this is breaking it down pretty in a simple way, but he's saying the pines represent the Twin Towers, and of course 9/11 would be like the date. It's kind of deep, but I'm gonna have to keep watching more before I can even say anything.
Or 9/11. The Twin Pines are a symbolic representation of the Twin Towers. Before the terrorist attack, the twins are present, but after the attack, the twins are gone, replaced with a single pine. This takes place on 9/11, where the twins are destroyed and replaced with a single tower, the One World Trade Building. Also at this scene, Doc shows us two stopwatches, both of which display encoded 9/11s. Is this only a coincidence? The pines are the towers, and this symbol system is confirmed in Back to the Future Part 2, where we see the twin pines appear again on a projection movie screen in Marty's future house. Marty's family gathers around the movie screen, and the twin pines actually morph into the twin towers.
You know, just listening to this is kind of giving me like Rick and Morty vibes, but all at the same time, they're stating that the pines are very symbolic to what happened in 9/11. It's like the signs were there. It's a prediction, or it's literally the future.
This is because the twin pines are the twin towers. The pines are the towers. Pines, towers. And the Twin Pines Mall is the Twin Towers Mall, which is why all the clocks here secretly say 9/11 and why there will be a Muslim terrorist attack resulting in the destruction of the Twin Pines, or the Twin Towers. But the appearance of the towers is not
Like a
a
shoe
random
placement?
backdrop.
What do you
as
mean?
we can see the Statue of Liberty lurking just as secretly as
Or are
the
you talking about the
towers,
literal
making
shoe
this
that I'm
scene
looking
a
at right now?
secret recreation of New York City, where Marty's family has gathered to stare at Ground Zero. Of these three characters staring at Ground Zero, one of them is completely upside down. But in the entire Back to
Oh,
the
the
Future
literal
saga,
shoe.
this is the only time when an upside-down character will ever appear. The hint being given here is to observe the scene from his perspective by turning it upside down. But when doing so, the Twin Towers are clearly shown to be falling down. In the entire history of cinema, this scene of Back to the Future is the most literal depiction ever made showing the Twin Towers falling down. So how is it possible that this scene would occur in a story that already contains a terrorist attack?
It's kind of interesting because even the numbers are upside down. So it's like very heavily symbolic. what he's explaining there. Even though 9/11 is upside down.
Attack by Muslims at the Twins on 9/11, where the Twins are the Twin Towers, which then execute Hollywood's best depiction of the Twin Towers' collapse. But Back to the Future doesn't just portray this attack, it develops into an elaborate warning about it.
I could just go back early and warn him.
I have to tell you about the future!
Doc, about the future. You will be...
Or you know who else tried to do that in Futurama? It was, forget that character's name. He didn't try to go back into the future, but he accidentally went to the future. I'm pretty sure at some point he tried to go back and warn everyone. I'm not absolutely 1000%, but it kind of reminds me of that.
shot by terrorists.
But Marty is carrying more essential information about the future. He knows the exact time and date that a tower will be struck.
Save the clock tower! Save the clock tower! Don't forget to take a flyer. Save the clock tower!
In a story we already suspect of being a 9/11 warning, how is it possible that this phrase appears on a flyer telling the future? Then, when the tower strike takes place, a giant flaming 9/11 is ignited in the street.
Save the clock tower!
Marty knows exactly when and where this tower strike will happen because it's all written on this flyer and placed in his hands, but something lurks in the background overseeing this transaction. But why does this symbol hover while Marty is
It's a dollar bill, but continue.
warned about the tower strike? Back to the Future was written and directed
I feel like the dollar bill, well, that pyramid represented America. I don't know why.
by Robert Zemeckis, first released in 1985, but to depict the future, Zemeckis chose October 2015.
Hi, Doc, what's going on, huh? Where are we? When are we?
October 21st, 2015!
2015?
The Twin Towers scene takes place in October 2015, and the towers appear on a movie screen, meaning the McFly family is watching a secretly placed Twin Towers movie released on October 2015, directed by Robert Zemeckis. So how could it be that now, in the real October 2015,
What are you trying to say, that the sun that's up there right now isn't the real sun? It's just like almost like an image. What was it? China created their own sun in like 2019 or something like that.
major Hollywood production is about to hit theaters worldwide, and it is exclusively about the Twin Towers. It happens to be directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Bro, I've always wanted to become so rich that I can just skydive off the Twin Towers. It's not even... Can't see myself being rich. Oh yeah, even the Bible talks about that. The sun isn't far. Just like the moon isn't far either. They kind of just seem like they're in the same distance.
The title of this new Twin
Scientists try to say otherwise though.
Towers film is The Walk, and this new Twin Towers film has the exact same release date as the secret Twin Towers film planted in Back to the Future, which exposes the symbolism of the pines and depicts the Twin Towers collapse. So why would Zemeckis now draw our attention to it with a major Hollywood production? Back to the Future was released in 1985, The Walk in 2015, exposing this warning after 30 years. Marty writes this warning into a letter. He seals it shut, intending for it to remain hidden for a specific amount of time.
What's the meaning of this?
Find out in 30 years!
What's the meaning of this?
Find out in 30 years!
The Walk is the reveal of the 9/11 warning, given to Doc while he is rigging a giant wire to the Twin Tower representing Clock Tower.
Evening, Dr. Brown. What's with the wire?
The Walk is about a plot to rig a giant wire to the Twin Towers. So Marty records the warning while Doc is rigging the wire to the tower.
Bro, this is so
Marty
crazy. It's actually like turning my stomach. Like my gut is screaming right now. that's how crazy this video is to me.
tells Doc he will understand the warning in 30 years.
Find out in 30 years!
30 years later, the director makes a movie about rigging a wire to a tower, the Twin Towers, because the warning within Marty's letter is about a terrorist attack at the Twin.
Don't you feel like somebody in Hollywood is just kind of just throwing pieces out there in different movies. That's probably why he's explaining that. Like everything's like low-key symbolic. Like it's all in front of our eyes. We just pretend we don't see it, basically. It's almost like how we know Civil War is gonna happen possibly the end of this year. Especially if Kamala Harris, nothing against a woman president, but especially if she becomes president.
Twin Towers.
What's with the wire? What's with the wire? What's with the wire?
Yeah, many examples.
What's with the wire?
After rigging this wire, the tower strike takes place, and a Marty McFly from the future runs out onto the scene. He has just time traveled here from October 2015, the release date of The Walk. But in The Walk, standing on top of the Twin Towers, is Marty McFly. This Marty has arrived here from the exact date where this Marty is standing. The plot of The Walk is the tower wire rigging event that just took place at this scene. One Marty is standing on top of the Twin Towers, while the other Marty stands inside a giant flaming 9/11 in the wake of a tower strike. While simultaneously...
Hey, but you know what this kind of reminds me of too? Rick and Morty had a... I know this kind of... Well, it is. It's almost like two-dimensional, but... I remember Morty's dad, in a different universe, he was a famous person. In a different universe, he was like something completely else. Keep smacking my mic, I'm sorry. But there's some people that believe in multi-universes. I don't exactly believe in multi-universes. I believe there's only one reality, and it's the one we're going through right now. But I think that's pretty interesting to look into also.
Simultaneously across town, another Marty witnesses a terrorist attack take place at the Twins, which are actually the Twin Towers, a fact we learned from the secretly placed Twin Towers movie released on October 2015. This movie is actually The Walk, which is why it has Marty McFly standing on top of the Twin Towers.
What's the meaning of this? What's with the wire? What's with the wire?
Find out in 30 years! Find out in 30 years! Doc! 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 Okay, relax, Doc. It's me. It's me. It's Marty.
No, it can't be. Just sent you back to the future.
Oh, I know you did send me back to the future, but I'm back. I'm back from the future.
So the future him just doesn't exist, I guess. Back from the future.
More human minds on planet Earth observed 9/11 than any single event in human history, making it a massive terrestrial meditation concentrating collective consciousness onto a single space-time focal point, making 9/11 humanity's most potent consciousness-altering stargate. Zemeckis, a precogging conduit, channels the 9/11 archetype with his Tower Strike Twin Pines terror attack cinematic superimposition, both scenes featuring the transdimensional portal, pointing to 9/11 as the archetype of transcendence. The consciousness portal is opened by touching the 2001 monolith, the movie screen, as touching the two-dimensional screen dispels its three-dimensional guise, revealing how the images it portrayed were not actually real.
That use so many names that you forget your own.
To touch the monolith is to be freed from the fabricated narrative portrayed on the screen or by film, finally seeing the illusion employed to paint audience perspective into a box. The screen as the 2001 monolith is present on Ground Zero in the form of the Millennium Hilton Hotel, which was intentionally built to mimic the 2001 monolith, the movie screen. Humanity's mass tuning into the 9/11 event was the collective touching of the monolith, where enslaved minds in mass began rejecting the narrative of their controllers. To tune in to 9/11 was to touch the screen and finally see the illusion, opening the portal of transcendence. As Marty opens this portal during the 9/11 scene splice amalgamation, he makes contact with the illusion by touching film via the film booth at the exact moment the portal opens.
That's interesting.
Then by touching film via the movie theater at the exact moment the portal opens. Again, to open the portal, Marty must touch film via the movie screen at the exact moment the portal opens, touching the screen, dispelling the illusion, opening the portal while enacting the 9/11 archetype. To touch the screen, finally becoming the creator of the fabricated images, relinquishes the monopolization of its power, removing the smoke from the screen and arming the awakened with skepticism. This film-instigated ascension is the same as the 9/11 ascension, a message that discredits the medium which carries it.
Coincidences. Yeah, what a coincidence. This is a really good video though. I liked it. But coincidences, huh? Yeah, what are the odds? Oh, interesting. Yeah, there should be more. Come on, Marty. Tell us more.
What's the meaning of this? Find out in 30 years. It's about...
Lone gunman. That's interesting. You want me to look that one up too? This is very interesting though.
The future, isn't it? It's information about the future. I warn you about this, kid. The consequences could be disastrous. That's a risk you're gonna have to take. Your life depends on it. No! I refuse to accept the responsibility. In that case, I'll tell you straight out. I refuse to accept the responsibility. 30 years.
iPad go to? Yeah, I don't see either. Try cut and paste. Give me a second. Power world is my world. Where you try live a life that we don't know. We know that you know life is but a dream and we just happen to be here. This one.
Yes, I am the king. Numero uno, baby.
Find something?
Yeah, I wound up in some government think tank's upload directory. Here's your scenarios, ladies.
These look like
It's easier done than said, actually.
the Defense Department.
What's scenario 12D?
Airline terrorism? That doesn't make sense.
Oh, the new episode of Shogun? Nah, Des, I haven't looked into it, brother.
Leave me buried.
Volume is a bit too low. Here, let me pull it up a little bit. Let me see if maybe it has to. No, I got to pull it up on the other side. Bring it up to 80. Well, Yeah. Yeah, I'm most likely missing out. I'm gonna look into it in a sec after this episode. Well, after this video. Let me know if this volume is good. Having some conspiracy theory conversations here.
Scenario that it has to do with airline counterterrorism. Why is that important enough to kill for?
Because it's no longer a game.
If some terrorist group wants to act out this scenario, why target
I'm gonna look into it, Des.
Depends on who.
Better be a 5 out of 5, bro.
The men who conceived of it in the first place. You're saying our government plans to commit a terrorist act against a domestic airline?
There you go. Indicting the entire government as usual. It's a faction. A small faction.
For what possible gain?
The Cold War's over, John. But with no clear enemy to stockpile against, the arms market's flat. But bring down a fully loaded 727 into the middle of New York City, and you'll find a dozen tin pot dictators all over the world just clamoring to take responsibility and begging to be smart-bombed.
I can't believe it. This is about increasing arms sales.
Mm-hmm.
When?
Tonight.
How are you going to stop them?
Bro, ever since any time that I would hear the words being spoken, arms sales, I always think of like the U.S. triggering a war somewhere just to sell weapons to them. I don't know why, bro. Just everything just seems so sketchy nowadays. Anything that happens at all, especially when our economy gets so low, like we're not doing so well, a war just so happens to break out. It's just a coincidence, you know.
Why didn't you tell the world this? Go to the press.
You think I'd still be drawing breath 30 minutes after I made that call?
Yeah.
The press? Who's going to run this story?
We would.
This? This is birdcage liner. Wild-eyed crap right up there with Elvis as an alien and two-headed babies.
You obviously read it.
Don't be so damn naive. You think this is going to save the world? I'm doing what I can, John. I don't have all the specifics on Scenario 12D, but
I'll have to look into that one too.
You stay out of it.
Wag the dog.
I don't want Overlord gunning for you too.
See anyone you recognize?
No, but that doesn't mean they're not around.
Okay. Let's board. Check the cabin for free
Oh,
hydrocarbons.
Boston, coincidence.
This is your plan? I still think we should call in a bomb threat. Let the FBI deal with this.
You said yourself we don't know the full extent of this conspiracy. We can't trust any government official. Our only hope is to get on that plane.
Bro, when you're going through something like that, you gotta think to yourself, like, you actually cannot trust a single soul, bro. You don't even know who's watching. You think it's just an average person that's just sitting down with the rest of the civilians, but it's not. I don't know why I'm overthinking like this, bro. But me, in that scenario, you gotta, like, not trust a soul. No airplanes were used. I mean, they used, what was it? It's like one of those trail planes, I think it was. Maybe it was a bigger plane, but it seemed like it was like a trail plane.
They're boarding. Then that's two problems.
And I was just talking about somebody, you know what I mean? Listening in. I don't get it. Is this the plane that gets hijacked? And he just so happens to be there, investigating?
Find anything?
The luggage hole's clear if this thing can be trusted. What'd you do, make it with your erector set?
You're absolutely sure that this is the targeted flight?
This flight was chosen primarily for its visibility. It's scheduled to pass over Manhattan on its way to Boston.
Gotcha.
So they intend to bring this down in the middle of New York City? What if there is no bomb?
Well, how are they gonna bring it down?
Same way a dead man can drive a car.
What do you mean, no bomb?
Langley, I need you to hack into the aircraft's onboard navigation system. We need to know where we're headed.
You know what? I think I remember watching this movie. I vaguely remember watching this movie now.
Sending a ground air fax.
That's when Twisted Star 69.
It's either I'm tripping or it's just the wrong plane. Like you said, that his dad knew which plane.
How are you going to do that?
But he intentionally got his son on the wrong plane. I think I remember watching this movie.
What's your progress?
I've hacked into the flight control system output.
With a little bit of help.
It's what the brains of the plane is telling the little black box.
Gotcha.
Heading, attitude, hold, yaw, axis, stabilization. What the heck's that?
Is that what it looks like?
I think it is what it looks like.
What does what look like?
Modem protocols. Remote access. Somebody on the ground's flying your plane.
Bogey, sir.
Keep your course. We need to know our flight plan.
I'm mapping the data now.
Byers, your flight's gonna make an unscheduled stop in exactly 22 minutes.
Corner of Liberty and Washington. Lower Manhattan.
World Trade Center. I'm going to crash the plane into the World Trade Center.
I'll tell the flight crew.
Langley, can you override the flight control system?
I'm working on it.
What is this? My name is Bert Byers. I work for the government. I believe this plane has been commandeered.
Sir, passengers are not allowed in the cockpit. I need you to return to your seat now.
You don't have control of this plane, and I don't know if we can get it back. Turn off your autopilot. There may be a chance that we can override it.
Sir, I'll be happy to contact your superiors in the government to confirm. Sir, damn it!
He's right.
Damn it! Frozen again. They've encrypted the manual override commands.
Well, decrypt them.
I don't have enough power in my CPUs are pegged.
Langley, what's happening?
I'll try decrypting in background mode.
How long will that take?
In my counts per sec, I estimate 7 to 10 days.
Oh. Needless to say,
our asses are fried.
Man, I bet he wishes he had a 4080 right about now. RTX.
To unfry us.
All right, try cutting electrical power.
I've thought of that. I've thought of everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're experiencing some technical difficulties up here. At this time, we'd like you all to return to your seats.
And kiss your asses goodbye.
I would have parachuted off that plane. I would have said, son, where's your nearest parachute?
New York Center, this is Atlantic National Flight 265 Heavy. We are declaring an emergency. We have 110 souls on board, 16,000 pounds.
Either that, or I would have sacrificed myself. I would have just called in some jets. Been like, yo, I don't care if I'm on this plane, just blow it up. Or just jumped off the plane with everybody else. Something, bro.
Fuel and no dangerous goods or cargo to report.
Knock that bird off the sky.
Come on, Bro Hickey.
The fronts have failed, haven't they?
There's still hope.
Yeah, blow it up for real,
This
dude.
is my last one.
Knock that bird down.
We've got manual override.
Why up? Why not just go sideways? Homies are in a movie right now. Ooh.
If we can't get to the FBI, we'll go public. With your testimony, we can break this conspiracy wide open. Bring Overlord down. The whole operation. Dad. What is it?
God, I see myself in you. The same youthful enthusiasm, idealism.
Bro, when you really think about it, everything's right in front of us. All the answers we're looking for are right in front of us.
Tilting at windmills. But I see now that you've got something I never had. You're a brave man, John.
You're not going to testify. You're going to let them cover this up.
They almost killed me twice. They won't fail a third time. My silence will keep me alive. And you? I know you and your friends are fighting for the American dream. Just don't expect to win.
That's kind of deep, what he just said there. I know you and your friends are fighting for the American dream, but just don't expect to win. I completely understand what he meant by that. We're not watching this. That's insane. You're 44 minutes. Nah, brother. It's hard to be in the, you know what I mean, the good side of things. There's so much evil going on. Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, Planet of the Apes. Bro, they keep coming out with more and more Planet of the Apes. I feel like this itself might be a little symbolic. They might just tinker with, like, you know, animal cells, and next thing you know, these animals are speaking. WTC. I don't know why I keep smacking the mic, bro. You see something. BitChute. I don't even know what that is, bro. How long is that, though? Why can I never copy and paste from Restream? It's an impossibility, bro, every single time. Oh, gotcha. Probably gonna try to avoid that for right now. Oh. What did I mean to show you earlier? I meant to show you something. Probably gonna butcher this. I butchered it, bro. I know I butchered it. I did butcher his Kamala hairs. Okay. That sounds pretty interesting too. There's a prophecy about Kamala Harris. I might not spell it right. Please, bro. No, I'm not actually familiar with it. am I doing? Bro, it was on TikTok. I seen a prophecy about her. And they basically just said the same exact thing the Simpsons said. So it's not even like it's something new, you know what I mean? I am familiar with the moon landing, yeah, but not the Kubrick. Not that. Supposedly Joe Biden's gonna come up with a note. Is gonna have an illness and Kamala Harris is gonna end up taking over. I get the feeling that he's gonna get reelected, Joe Biden. And then there's gonna be some type of uproar. Not exactly right away, but as soon as, like, probably like a month or two later down the line, they're gonna probably say, oh, Joe Biden's come up with an illness and Kamala Harris is gonna be taken over. That's when the civil war is actually gonna happen. But I think they're gonna say it was an unfair election again, and that's what's gonna infuriate a lot of people. What to trust and what to not trust. Either or, I honestly do not want to be here when that happens. It's honestly hard. It's hard enough to keep dreaming in a country that tries to take your dreams away. You know what I mean? I'm sure it'll all work out. No doubt. I just me personally, I'd rather just not be around. I'm sure a lot of things would be straightened out though. A lot of like this nonsense that's happening online, like all that would get straightened out. And people would actually start thinking like, damn, like things like this are possible. Where do I want to go? Personally, bro? I just want to travel. I like to go anywhere at all. That there's no war, of course. Even if I go to Japan, Japan's gonna end up getting dragged into the war anyways. Not the civil war, but I think the West would not be so stable if a civil war happens. There's lots of places to see in Japan. Usually they fake with the wars. If anything, they're saying now too that the civil war is happening online. It's not really happening like in the physical, it's more digital than anything else, but technically that's where the wars are won nowadays. That's where politicians prosper, they get their place in office. That's where everyone just kind of builds their income digitally. Yeah, it's a war for the mind. You're not wrong. That's exactly it. Uh-huh. I think it was just another flu though. The coronavirus. I think it was just another flu. It wasn't anything like major. But they try to make it seem bigger than like what it seemed. I remember there was this person I was working with and she was telling me how her cousin died from a car accident and then they registered it like in the database that she died from coronavirus. It wasn't a car accident. Like they just made it bigger than what it seemed. There was something was happening behind the scenes. Can't exactly trust what's going on, you know what I mean? Yeah, they saw all sorts of stuff for it. Whatever makes the buck. Germ theory disease. God, it just makes me think about NyQuil for some reason. Next you know, NyQuil doesn't really work, it just puts you to sleep. You know, when your body sleeps, it recuperates like very fast. So it's not really like, it's not helping you, it's just putting you to sleep, helping your body rest, and that's it. Can you imagine? We're just being sold fake news. I should probably stop talking now. No, I'm not familiar with it. You're a lot more like in tune than I am. I just want to let you know. I haven't been into, I used to be big on theories when I was like 18, 19, but life started hitting me pretty hard, so I just focused on life for a while. And even then, life was pretty hard. When I focused, the truth will set you free. Everyone has their own opinion of the truth. The truth is more of an opinion to most people, not to some. Just like I say, Jesus is the truth and the light. He is the salt of the earth. But you think everyone is going to agree with me? They're not going to agree with me. Some people might, just because they have an actual experience with God. But then everyone would ask themselves, like, who is God? What is God? Everyone has their own God. Even your phone can be your God. Your computer can be your God. Cigarettes can be your God. Weed can be your God. Any type of drug, really. Yeah, everyone has their own path. Completely agree there. But it's all going to lead to one road at the end of all of it. Every knee will bow, every mouth will confess Jesus Christ is Lord. But that's what I'm saying. Doesn't mean you have to agree, you know what I mean? Oh my god. I have 95 subscribers. I'm always like dreaming, and I just always wonder, like, where is this going? What am I doing? I mean, I do this for fun most of the time. I think it's really cool to get on here and like talk to people. 5-minute video. I'll look it up right now. But let's look into that. Water experiments. It kind of reminds me of the what was that dude's name that made a car run off water and then he disappeared? Actually, I went the wrong. Just the name alone. Total War Shogun. Bro, I play Shogun, bro. I had Shogun Total War. I think it's in my Steam library somewhere. Pause. I had it in here somewhere. Maybe I might have turned it. You know what that is? On the first one. Technically, yes, I did beat it. What?
This next series of photographs are the work of Japanese researcher Mr. Masaru Emoto from his book, The Message from Water.
That sounds familiar.
Mr. Emoto's work provides factual evidence that human vibrational energy, thoughts, words, ideas, and music affect the molecular structure of water. Please remember that water comprises over 70% of a mature human body and covers the same amount on our planet. Water is the very source of all life. This photo shows the beautifully formed geometric design of the Yushi Spring water. This next photo is from the Shimanto River, the last clean spring in Japan. Notice the extraordinary geometric forms. The fact that the molecular structure of water can be affected by our consciousness, our intent, and our sounds is extremely important. This photo is from the Mount Cook Glacier in New
It's
Zealand.
making me a little thirsty.
Mr. Emoto has
I don't know
been
why my
visually
mouth got so
documenting
dry.
these molecular changes in water by means of his photographic techniques. He freezes droplets of water, then examines them under a dark field microscope that has photographic capabilities. His work clearly demonstrates the diversity of the molecular structure of water and the effects of the environment upon the structure of the water.
Bro, every single time he says water, it makes me
This
thirsty. I
photo is
don't
from
know
the
why,
fountain
dude.
in Lourdes, France. This photo is from contaminated water from the Yodo River in Japan. In this photo we can
I don't get it. They're experimenting through different waters from different countries. Don't you think, like, for it might have some type of like molecule in it, like something mixed in there, and that's what they're capturing? It's not exactly like the H2O that we're all used to looking at or used to even drinking. Like, I'm trying to figure out what these experiments are actually going to lead to. Like, polluted river water compared to a clean stream. Like, that itself speaks loud to me. Yeah, I'm looking at the shape, but this actually looks like it has an actual germ, like a type of fungus. But this won't be the clean stream, but Okay, he was inspired by snowflakes. That's understandable. Oh, what causes the shape of a snowflake? Okay.
Compare the contaminated water with clean stream water. Look at the difference.
Bro, don't get me wrong, like if I was high, bro, like I'd be staring at this and just find this to be the most intriguing thing I've ever seen. But my mind is so clear, you know what I mean? So is it the ingredients? Okay. That's interesting.
Mr. Emoto decided to see what effects music would have upon the structure of water. He placed distilled water between two speakers for several hours while playing.
Hey, but do you remember, what was that, I don't have any glass cups in here, but some people used to put like a certain amount of water within a glass cup and then they do this and it'll create certain sounds. So it's kind of reminding me of. Oh, this is not the interesting part.
Different music and then photographing the crystals that formed after the water was frozen. This photo is of water being exposed to Beethoven's Pastorale. This photo is the effect of Bach's Air for the G string on the water. This photo is water exposed to Chopin's Farewell Song.
Bro, any random person can come into this stream right now, bro, and see me watching this video, and they'll probably think, like, what is this guy on? Because you know what I mean? Like, you gotta, like, think, like, what could... I'm tripping right now, bro. We're watching a video about water experiments. Like, bro. They'll turn me into a meme, bro.
This next photo is water being exposed and affected to music that was designed for healing. This photo is of water being exposed to the Kawachi folk dance. This photo shows the effect of heavy metal music.
But this image itself, it's sound vibrating from the water. Well, not from the water, but from sound itself, and it's causing the water to vibrate, and then it looks like that. It's almost like as if I were to take some huge steps right now, the steps would make this water vibrate. Almost like, you know, when you were watching Jurassic Park, every single time the T-Rex came by, the water would shake. It's basically the same thing. Yeah, there's many. I definitely know what you mean there. Like, that was an example that I just threw out there about one of the experiments you could make.
On the water.
Bro, I swear, anyone can come in here right now and just think I'm high just watching this video, bro. We're talking
Here
about
now
water.
we can compare the effects of healing versus heavy metal music and what happens to the water molecules. Mr. Emoto decided to see how thoughts and words affected the formation of untreated distilled water crystals by typing words onto paper and then taping this
I kind of
paper
wonder what that's all
onto
about.
glass bottles overnight. This photo shows the effects of the words, "Thank you." This next photo shows the effects of the words, "love" and "appreciation."
That's cute.
This photo shows the effects of the words, "You make me sick, I will kill you." And here we can compare the effects of "thank you" with the "you make me sick."
So that itself would tell you that prayer changes things. That's interesting.
That will kill you. Very, very different geometric forms being incurred through the intention. Now this photo is of a very polluted and toxic water from the Fujiwara Dam. Here now is the same water from the Fujiwara Dam after a Buddhist monk had offered a prayer over it. Prayer, that sound coupled with intention, seems to have an extraordinary ability of restoring water to its natural, harmonious, geometric symmetry. And in this photo we can compare the toxic water and then the effects of praying over the water.
I'm not gonna lie, Timur, don't make me watch another video like that again, bro. Dude, can you just imagine somebody just comes in here? They're gonna think I'm crazy, bro. They're gonna put me on TikTok. Be like, yo, I just ran into this random guy just watching a video about water, bro. Like a whole 10-minute video. And he's just standing there just taking this so serious like this. Like it's a serious conversation he's having. That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh god, now it's here, bro. Now it's this is the one you're talking about.
In this experiment, Dr. Emoto's researchers used a glass of Tokyo tap water,
now it's on my
which seems to be unable to form
page.
crystals, and performed a test. Participants placed the glass in the center of their circle and sent gratitude to the water. Studying the water under the microscope, they started to see a crystal formation. Increased magnification showed the symmetry of the crystal, revealing how the tap water was transformed by the gratitude sent by the group.
Bro, the craziest part is that I know my girl's watching this. That's the craziest part. He's hidden somewhere in the views. That's into light next? Sure. Actually, let's look into that now, if anything. I'm not gonna lie, like I can't watch anything else about water. I low-key wanna watch this trailer though. Real quick.
Are you familiar with the concept of evolution? In their time, humans were capable of many great things. They could fly like eagles.
Get my algorithm kicking.
They could speak across oceans.
Here, I got it down. I'm gonna search it up right after this.
But now, it is our time. And it is my kingdom. We will learn. Apes will learn. I will learn. And I will conquer.
It's on May 10th.
Legend says ape and human lived side by side. Impossible as that may seem.
Why do they hunt her?
She's smarter than most.
The elders did not tell us everything about this world.
Bend for your king.
Apes hunt humans. That is wrong. together, strong.
You know what? There was another movie that was Planet of the Apes that they wore armor, but it was a really, really like old movie, like early 2000s. They do hype it up. It looks good though. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely looks good. It looks a little bit more different than the other Planet of the Apes, but there's one movie like, oh, the second one.
The results of the delayed choice quantum eraser experiments can be mind-boggling in many ways, yet many people misunderstand the implications because they don't understand the experiments. So I'd like to explain the most famous one from 1999 and share the shocking implications of the experiment. But first, we need to understand what a delayed choice quantum eraser experiment means to do, by modifying the original double-slit experiment. So if you don't know what the double-slit experiment is, I recommend stopping here and watching this video on it. Now if you already understand the original double-slit experiment, then you know the implications of placing a measuring device at one slit. Without the measuring device, when we shoot photons through a double slit, we can't then know which slit they went through, or which path they took. So in other words,
basically like the same concept as like, let's just say you're in a scenario that you're having a shootout and you're kind of angling it, you know what I mean? You're angling your aim in a way that it just seems like it's not coming from that direction. I kind of get where this is going though.
we cannot know the which path information.
Yeah.
Now for reasons we'll discuss later, because we can't know which slit it went through, the photon acts as a wave and goes through both slits, interfering with itself and creating an interference pattern. But when we add the measuring device at the slit, we can know which slit it goes through. However,
the light is creating
because of
two
this,
patterns.
a different pattern emerges. Instead, we get what is called a clump pattern, meaning we know the which path information, because we looked to see which slit it went through. The very act of obtaining knowledge of which slit it goes through means it only goes through one slit, and changes the result in how the electron acts. Now, delayed choice quantum eraser experiments are pretty much the same type of experiment, except for one big exception. They look to see if our observation is really what is causing the particle to collapse. Perhaps there is something else doing it, and we can trick the system into showing us it. So instead of placing a detector at the slit, two are placed past this, where the particles land. But just before the particles land here, it is pulled away and the two cameras capture the results, after they went through the double slit. If they observe a wave, then the particle went through the double slit as a wave. And just observing or knowing the path information doesn't cause them to collapse the particles. So perhaps one could argue what is causing collapse is something else, like interaction from a physical measuring device. But on the other hand, if they collapse to a state of particles at the moment of detection, then even though they went through the slit unobserved, and should produce a wave pattern, the very act of observing instantly transforms them into particles. But not only that, a back history is loaded up so that particles went through the double slit instead of a wave. Well, in 2007, this thought experiment was put to the test, and the results showed that if the film is pulled away, we observe particles. Observation instantly collapses them to particles in one definite position, and loads up a back history so they went through the double slit as particles. Once we have the knowledge of the particle's position, we know the which path information, and this causes a clump pattern instead of an interference pattern. See, observation is about knowledge, a conscious observer having knowledge of the system, and this is what is argued as what causes the particle to have one definite position. The act of observing is the mechanism for collapse. This is better demonstrated from the famous delayed choice quantum eraser experiment from 1999. As you can see, this looks complex, but I'm going to break this down and attempt to simplify what is going on here so we can understand it. I'd also like to thank Ross Rhodes of BottomLayer.com, who is a great commentary on this experiment, and was nice enough to reply to my emails in helping me write this. His article about the experiment was actually reviewed by Dr. Kim, who ran the experiment, so it is a pretty trustworthy article. The experiment begins in the top left corner, with the laser firing two entangled photons either through slit A or slit B. Now it is truly random which slit it will fire through, and because we have no measuring device at either slit, we cannot know which slit the laser fires through, until they pass through and are detected on the other side. So at each firing, it will either go through A or B. Now the first prism splits the entangled photons and sends them in different directions. The top one goes to detector 0. Now if the photons only hit D0, we don't know the path information, since when the photon arrives, it could have either come from path A or path B. So because we don't know the path information, it should produce an interference pattern if it only came here. If we could place a measuring device at the slit, we would know the path information, but with just a result from D0, we don't know the path information. So because of the lack of knowledge we would have about the system, the particle would act in a way as if it goes through both, becoming the wave of possibilities it could have been, instead of one of these possibilities, if we knew the definite path information. But the other entangled photon goes the other way, and because it is entangled, it will affect the result of its twin that went to D0. Now the other photon from either A or B goes through the prism and hits either BSA or BSB. At both of these, there is a 50-50 chance it will either pass through or bounce off and go to either D4 or D3. Now if the photon hits either one of these detectors,
but we're talking about light here, aren't we? Or am I tripping? We're talking about light. It's light, right? No.
notice what happens. We obtain witch path information, because the only way the photon could hit D3 is if it came out of B, and the only way it could hit D4
So my question is, how is the light gonna go through if it has no way of going through? That's what I'm trying to figure out here, over at BS, right here.
Came out of A. There is no way a photon that came out of B could hit D4, and vice versa. So if a photon hits D...
Because definitely light is going to bounce off. It always does. Oh, it's a special type of mirror. Okay, I understand now.
D3 or D4, we will know the path information it took, and we will get a clump pattern. Now if the photon randomly passes through BSA or BSB, it will either bounce off here or here, and it has a 50-50 chance of passing through BSC or bouncing off of it. So if the photon passes through BSA or BSB, we lose the path information, because if it hits D1 or D2, it could either have come from A or B. We can't ever trace the path information back to A or B. So when they hit D1 or D2, we should get an interference pattern, demonstrating the photon went through both slits, since we don't have definite path information. Now here is one of the important implications of this experiment about what is causing collapse. Some argue physical interaction from the detector is what is causing the collapse, but if that was the case, D1 and D2 should cause collapse every time, but that is not what happens. If a photon makes it to D1 or D2, they always display an interference pattern, yet every time a photon hits D3 or D4, a clump pattern is formed, but the only difference is what we, the observers, know about these two stations. Because of the experiment setup, we know that if a photon hits D3, it will always be a clump pattern, showing the photon only went through one slit. If it hits D1, we know it will always be an interference pattern, showing that the photon acted in a way as if it went through both slits. But the only difference between these two is what we, the conscious observer, knows about the system. Our knowledge of the system causes different results in how the photon will act. If it was all random and not caused by our knowledge, we should get some clump patterns at D1 and some interference patterns at D3, but that is not what the experiment shows. We always get a clump pattern at D3 and D4 because whenever a photon hits here, we always know the path information, and we always will get an interference pattern at D1 and D2 because we can never know the actual path information. So the photon acts in a way as if it goes through both, whereas at D3 and D4, the photon only goes through one slit, because we know the path information. The particles act in a way that correlates to our knowledge. See, what causes collapse is knowledge, and knowledge requires a knower. Sir Rudolph Peirce said, "The moment at which you can throw away one possibility and keep only the other is when you finally become conscious of the fact that the experiment has given one result." You see, the quantum mechanical descriptions is in terms of knowledge, and knowledge requires somebody who knows. Now the other implication is even more mind-boggling, because the photon knew beforehand where it would end up. How do we know this? Because of how its twin acts at D0. The twin photon registers at D0 before its entangled twin ends up at a detector. and whatever registers at D0 always correlates to wherever its twin ends up. So if the twin hits D3 or D4, D0 always registers a clump pattern to correlate, and always an interference pattern if its twin lands at D1 or D2. So either the photon has a highly complex computer built into it, so it can know the future, or we have an idealistic picture of reality, and our knowledge of this system affects the past by loading up a back history to correlate with our knowledge. John Wheeler said, "It begins to look as if we ourselves, by a last-minute decision, have an influence on what a photon will do when it has already accomplished most of its doing. We have to say that we ourselves have an undeniable part in shaping what we have always called the past. The past is not really the past until it has been registered. Or put it another way, the past has no meaning or existence unless it exists as a record in the present." An experiment from 2012 took this a step further
Kinda deep.
and brought back in the conscious free will of the observer. To understand this experiment, picture two entangled photons are sent from either station A or station B and separated. The first from each pair is sent to one of two different measuring devices here. Observers Alice and Bob are each stationed here, but do not look at their measuring devices yet. Both of the other entangled photons go to a third measuring device, where Victor is. How Victor chooses to measure the two particles determines what Alice and Bob see their entangled photon as. This happens even if Victor decides after Alice's and Bob's devices have measured them, but before Bob and Alice actually view the results. Therefore, a conscious choice affects behavior of previously measured but unobserved particles. Asher Perez, who developed the original thought experiment, says, "If we attempt to attribute an objective meaning to the quantum state of a single system, curious paradoxes appear. Quantum effects mimic not only instantaneous actions at a distance, but also, as seen here, influence of future actions on past events, even after these events have been irrevocably recorded." John Wheeler's original thought experiment shows the implications of this. He explains by asking us to imagine a distant star that emits a photon billions of years ago and sends it towards Earth. However, on the way it must pass a dense galaxy. Gravitational lensing will make the light bend around the galaxy, so the photon can take one of two paths around the galaxy.
That's kind of interesting because isn't technically space darkness? If space exists anyways? It's very interesting though.
Billions of years later, upon reaching Earth, an astronomer chooses to use a screen type of light projector that encompasses both sides of the surrounding space, without focusing on a specific region. Therefore, the photon will land somewhere along the field of focus, without anyone being able to tell which side it took. So it will display an interference pattern, demonstrating it took both. However,
yeah, something you should apply to stars,
yeah. Measure the incoming photon with a binocular apparatus and focus on the left side of the galaxy, while the other side focuses on the right side. In this second case, how the astronomer chose to measure means the photon could have only taken one path and would display a clump pattern. So in this thought experiment, how we choose to measure now affects how the photon acted billions of years ago. Our choice affects how the particle acted in the past. So the factor of time has nothing to do with quantum mechanics. And the interesting thing about this is, John Wheeler based this on the mathematics of quantum mechanics.
It's kind of throwing me off a little bit because it's trying to compare light, time. I don't know, it's like two different factors. What does time have to do with the light and with the particles? Maybe I'm lost. Maybe I need to rewatch this entire video. Just something off about this right here. We went from this to talking about time. And in the middle of the video too, they also talked about the past. As if it was the present. Like the past basically never existed. We're just continually just in the present time. I could agree with that in a way. Like it acts as a wave. Yeah. And the examples were they were okay, but it's just kind of, it's like they got me and then they lose me. Yeah, the only difference is how the information is recorded.
Our choice affects how the particle acted in the past, so the factor of time has nothing to do with quantum mechanics. And the interesting
Okay,
thing
so the
about
factor
this
of time has nothing
John
to do
Wheeler
with the...
based this on the mathematics
Okay.
of quantum mechanics. Mathematically,
It's like they
this is
got
what
me and
was
then they
predicted,
lose me.
and the exact same result is what we see when we put it to experimental test.
Dude, my freaking... My YouTube is so weird. When I'm playing on my phone, right? It doesn't go right away to the next video unless I click it. It's on autoplay, but it goes on autoplay so fast. Hmm. I guess that kind of makes sense. Light is where you see it. In a way, yeah. Kind of makes sense. This is gonna be my feed now. Bro, I'm not a movie person, bro. It's just like I don't usually have time to look at these things anymore. I want to click on this so bad. I think it's pretty interesting that we think we can control light, but isn't light everywhere? Maybe that's just not the right thing to say. Hmm. I want to click on this so bad. How does it communicate? That's a good question. Where does light come from to begin with? The Chosen. Don't mind me, bro. I watched this movie like a while back and I thought it was so good. But this is a completely different movie. So you're basically saying the two different forms of light, they're communicating, and that's how they come together. My leg is fall asleep. They call it entangled. Interesting. I'm gonna watch this with my girl. Bro, my leg is falling asleep. Ah! That actually makes sense. This effect is recognized with phone calls. How is that information virtually instant transfer, instantaneous action at a distance? It has to do with a connection. But perhaps the light itself is used as something to, like, let's just say sending a text message. But what do we call Wi-Fi nowadays? What is that even? Is it really, are we really calling it a connection, or is it just light transferring a connection? Or light communicating with light, as you would probably try to perceive it. That does make sense, yeah. tripping? Is on my phone? It sounds like vibration. Like I don't know why. It sounds like my phone's going off, but my phone isn't even going off. Electricity works that way too. I want to watch this movie, but yeah, that does make sense. That definitely does make sense. I feel like that's how the creation of Wi-Fi was even made. Makes me think about the computer too. Like the computer, where does well, let me stop there. Might just sound insane for a couple of seconds. I'd rather just not go there. It's very good though, bro. I feel like I kind of just became educated just going through these with you. Just some things I'm curious about, some things I'm just not curious about. But some things I'll go out of my way to learn, but some things I just won't. And that's one of those things that I don't go out of my way to learn, but it's nice to know. Yeah, we do learn by making mistakes. What's happening in green syrup? That name is so familiar, bro. Why is that name so familiar? Anyways, I gotta continue this trailer. I really want to watch this. June? Damn, bro, that's months away. I'm not even a movie person, but A Quiet Place, I would definitely spend the buck, you know what I mean? To go watch. To be honest though, dude, I wasn't, when it came to science class, I'm a big fan. I'm not too huge of a fan, but when it comes to space, I'm a huge fan. I was one of those kids that didn't pay too much attention to science class. I was more of like a history class person. I was more fascinated with history, not even American history, more like Japanese history. I don't know, gravity itself has proof. All I gotta do is just let this fall on the ground and yeah. Dude, it was supposed to land on my hand. I'm so sorry about that. Your ears, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you're wearing headphones or not, but whoever did, they heard that for sure. Fabrication of history. Damn, bro. I don't want to be that guy, but you know what? Let's hear it. I was gonna say let's save it for another day, like tomorrow. Might be receiving a phone call pretty soon. But helium is a gas. It's a different type of gas. It's not just oxygen that's in there. It's helium. It's just oxygen. Like there's oxygen in this. It's not floating. It's like half oxygen, half water. But then again, water has a weight. So because it has a weight, gravity comes into effect. Yeah, less dense than the air. How did this turn into science class though, bro? We went from conspiracy theories to science class. Man. I've been waiting on this guy to be released. I was trying to breed him today. The new pals, but that's for the next update. That's interesting. I gotta get into more. I'm probably Probably tomorrow at work I'll listen to Einstein's theory. I feel like that'd probably be good to know. Well, the truth starts with conspiracy theories, and then it becomes the truth. It's all about the hunch. Once you have a hunch to want to know something, there you go. Now you know it. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. If I solve it, I can win a prize. Man. Three-body equation. Honestly, bro, if you really want to talk about theories, though, like if you ever decide to get into reading this book, let me know. So I definitely would like to talk about it. I keep smacking this mic, but it's because it's in the way, bro. You probably do like the other streamers. They just get those headphones and that's it. Practically missed all this.
This place is strange.
Alex?
We never met. I'm from a different space and time.
What are these spaces?
Talking about space and time.
Versions of the world. The paradox is that we can't coexist. The space is already occupied by another version of ourselves.
My son, is there a chance he's alive?
Every space I've searched for, he's dead.
Maybe you haven't looked hard enough.
I'm closing the space.
I think we can find him.
Humans have never fully been in control of us. She's not Vanessa!
We can't exist in the same space. My son, he's still out there, and I need to find him.
There's another movie that had to do with this too. And she looks like the little girl from the movie too, which is kind of crazy. It's like there's a copy of you living underground, basically just living a completely different life, which is kind of like the same thing as what this is got going on parallel. That's interesting to know.
But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States.
Say Basil, and in Russia they will pronounce it Vasily. Now in England we're going to say Basil. Yes, so the thing is, you know, because I've been to more than 2,500 cities, that's a world record for the number of cities. Like, for example, somebody, so somebody can say they've been to Russia, to Moscow and Petersburg, but, you know.
Bro, I want to go to Russia.
To understand Russia, you've got to go to at least 100 cities. Somebody can say they've been to China and say, I've been to Hong Kong, Beijing, or Shanghai. But because China's population's 1 billion, you need to go to over 200 cities to go around the place and hundreds of villages. So the thing is, I've been traveling around and been going to many places. And when you go to many places, you obviously, the first thing you realize is the difference in the peoples, the architecture, the languages. And then I'm one of them people, you know, I like mixing with people everywhere I went. It's like the world is my home.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. It is. But
yeah.
real quick, behind you, what's the official narrative on that? I want the viewers to really get a grasp of, because I know everyone sees those buildings behind you and everyone has their pre-assumed thoughts of how long that's been there. What's the actual official story? When was this supposed to be built?
Right. Now, the thing is, I don't want to focus on just that one building because the entire area of Red Square has got falsified history. Yeah. It's like, for example, because you've asked, I don't want to state it without giving direct evidence. Now, the thing is, in my book, Napoleon did not exist. Napoleon and the French have got a lot to do with Moscow. Yes. The thing is, if people start looking at when was something built and everything, they are not going to understand the history very much. Now, the first thing is, this is in my book, Napoleon did not exist. Now, if anybody goes through it, I'm going to send you pages from this book, then people can have a look at the book itself. Instead of me giving a temporary explanation which could distract people. Now, this is Moscow City, the picture that I've just sent you.
Yeah, it's up.
And they claim that Napoleon Bonaparte went to Moscow. So, and they say he invaded Moscow. Yes. So now let me just show you what the history, what they tell us about this place, this square, and this place of Moscow. Now, I put it in my book in simple writing that when you see this, you'll say, oh my God, this is very simple. Even children can see that the history is a lie. So historians say that Moscow was burnt in 1812. Napoleon Bonaparte witnessed it and he invaded the place and he went to this Kremlin. The Kremlin walls are around that building and the Kremlin is just on the other side of the wall. And they say the Moscow fire started on 14th of September and it was over by the 19th of September. Now, the Moscow Kremlin is even more suspicious. So now the fire is over by the 19th of September. So now the Moscow Kremlin walls, whoever designed them or modified them, has made sure that the Kremlin walls has got 19 towers. Yes. Wow. So now the next thing, okay, let's look at the Moscow Kremlin walls that are just beside this building, St. Basil's Cathedral. The Kremlin wall reaches a height of up to 19 meters. So now Napoleon Bonaparte realizes everybody who lived in Moscow, everybody is gone, and they burnt the city when they went. So this is in my book. So now then Napoleon's just arrived in Moscow and he says, hey, there's nothing here. Yes, so I'm going to go now. What am I going to do? Who am I going to fight? There's nothing to defeat or destroy. They've burnt the place. So he started retreating on 19th of October.
Okay.
You see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if somebody's going to turn around and say, what is David talking about here? The thing is, I can't explain this in a few minutes, but
of course.
But the thing is, if anybody goes through the history of Napoleon Bonaparte, the major mathematics, the Kabbalah, yes, or astronomical calculations that Fomenko pointed out, is very serious how they mathematically invented history. Napoleon Bonaparte became a soldier when he was 19 years old during the French Revolution. Now, who was Napoleon Bonaparte? Yes, Napoleon Bonaparte, yes. Let's see, he was accepted to be, let's say, like a noble person, like from part of an important family. And he was officially recognized to be a noble person, his family, on the 19th of August, 1771. The more that people go through this, they're going to turn around and think, what the hell's going on? And then if you go to France itself, let's say if you go to France, to Paris, they have Bastille Day for the French Revolution, and Napoleon, after that, seized power. After that, in Bastille Day, what they do is that they have a parade in France, and the parade is done on a road called Avenue des Champs-Élysées, and this is 1900 meters long. And then the parade ends at the Place de la Concorde. It's a beautiful parade. They have this every year. And it's exactly, Place de la Concorde is 19 meters, 19 acres in land.
Wow.
Yes. And then everybody will turn around and say, hey, there was these Muslims who attacked. Was it Muslims? I think so. Yeah, that they did the Bastille Day attacks, like September the 11th attacks in 2016 to spoil it, and they attacked it with a famous
no Muslims did it in 2001, but I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So now the thing is, the Bastille Day attacks were done with a 19-ton truck. Yeah. So the thing is, but then since you mentioned 2001, okay. Now the thing is, the book that I was mentioning is Napoleon Did Not Exist. But because you've mentioned September the 11th, I have a book called The Alpha and the Amiga Codes, and this is very important what you've just said. September the 11th. Now many people, yes, have mentioned this thing, but the thing is, I'm going to go, this is in my book, The Alpha and the Amiga Codes. I'll send you the front cover so that you can have a look.
Yeah, you can send me any copy of any book. I'll put, or do you have like a an actual website with all your books so people could take a look at all of them?
Let me explain to you now.
Okay.
The thing is, I don't have a website. I've published the books. They're in 30 languages. It was a very difficult job, for example, to get the books past Chinese regulators and Japanese regulators, French regulators, British regulators. So the thing is, in every country, there was certain information that after their moderators went through, there were certain things that I couldn't publish. Even, for example, the books are published in Estonia. So the books are all available.
Am I tripping, or does it say vaccines or poison up here? I could be tripping. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Available in Amazon or anywhere. They're available in almost everywhere. In the Bibliothèque Nationale, the Global University Library. If you're a student, I think you can access it free. The thing is, you know, so the books are available everywhere. I don't have a personal website. Okay. I actually have lost control and the rights of many of the books because of the publishers and because of the translators. Obviously, I don't speak 30 languages. Well, there's more than 30. Soon the books are going to be in 50 languages. Because I started writing about 2.5 years ago. There was over 1 million downloads within 1.5 years. By the end of this year, there's going to be 2 million downloads worldwide. Wow. Yeah. And there's 20 books. So when you calculate 20 books in 30 languages, that's about 600 books. So the thing is, it looks like a lot, but when you divide 2 million books into 30 languages, what you get is 6,000 books per language, and then divided into 20 books. It's like about 400 books per language. Per language. So it sounds like a lot, 2 million, but it's not really. Yes.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. There's so a big chunk, a huge chunk of the world has no idea what we're trying to talk about right now. They have no clue.
But anyway, let me tell you about September the 11th, because this is very important.
Whoa, David, before we get to September.
Yeah, Dave, I might have to pause you there too. Bro, Timur, I gotta go. Like right now. Let's continue this. If you stop by tomorrow, we can continue where we left off. Exactly 29 minutes. I ended up making a little, yeah. Yeah, bro, we can continue it tomorrow if you stop by tomorrow. I'll most likely be streaming, most likely. Alright, I bet, bro. It was nice talking to you, though, man. I appreciate, you know what I mean, you stopping by and us vibing to a couple of videos. You as well, brother. And it's 3 a.m. over here, too, so, but I gotta make a call. Yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow, brother. Have a good night, and God bless. Peace.